Welcome to another Friday closing bell for the week ending 2nd of October 2015. No doubt on the future side we are down and we have a very wide spread here, almost 26 points. It was narrowed down a bit, 33 and 14, but today it was a sell-off, 12 points down, 1628. The market only fell down by 5 points, but the futures has really tear apart between 26 point. I've never seen anything like that, which is so bearish back at the 97, 98, and we are at that level. No, that's why I don't blame my good friend Nigel Fu, which is saying that there's another leg down going on the downside from here. But I did tell him, look, I don't think the market's going down unless we break the 1580 level. Right now, last week we were at 1650 and now we're at 1628. The market has gone. But what is really interesting is the showstoppers, the 50-day moving average showstoppers. That's the one. That's the one. But the thing good about it, you notice the low, which is still higher than this close is 1633. What is this low? This low, okay, is 1620. Okay, 1626. Close 1633. So to me, the close here is 1626, and the open chart here is 1622. So it is what we call trending higher, which is very positive, right? Let me just refresh this to get a bit more update for our volume here. Now this volume here hasn't been updated yet. If this is definitely not right. Okay, so it's the showstopper here, and then you have also the mid-cap stock, which already broken through the 200-day moving average, which is a very good sign because the 70 mid-cap stock is above the 200-day moving average. However, this is where everybody looks at it, is the 200-day moving average. But guess what? It did close above what is the 14729, and this one closed at 1470. So it does look like the small and the mid-cap stock has broken through the 50-day moving average. The next thing is the 200-day moving average. Let's see what it can do. Now, if you look from a weekly standpoint in here, this remain what we call a one-eye Joe trade. Let me show you what I mean. So one-eye Joe trade is here, and there's here. So it's looking to break either on the upside or downside. We will come back this next week to see. I think the chance is breaking upside a lot. Now remember what we had in here. We have many weeks of congestion ever since we have this long tail 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have a 1 2 3 4 5. There you go. So just one more week of really going up in there. I know there's a lot of bad news out there, which is the so-called, if you read the political landscape, it hasn't been that great. But what is really showing what we have seen so far in here, you could see, is the possibility of breaking upside from here. So which is I feel that's very positive going forward. Now going over to our neighbor in here very quickly, Singapore, you can see it is still sideways moving. We have a breakdown in here, just like a one-eye Joe trade here, a breakdown. It did happen only after 2 bars, and we don't have volume, but market continue to move sideways in here. You have the resistance at 2,880, which is still is one because market closed at 278.6. It had to get the momentum from here for it to break higher, and that only will come initiative from the US Dow Jones. Okay, Dow Jones. Now let's look at the future chart. Very interestingly, the future chart for the FKLI futures. We have also a very small level ascending triangle scale level, and we want to see whether this will break to the upside. 1620 is the resistance in here. If I just move over the so-called apply the 50-day moving average, right, I should able to see it here. There you go. Very soon. Okay, just short of couple of points in here, 1620, 1623. Market closes at 1607, which is almost 20 over points in here. But from the chart wise, it just looked very close in here. So it'll be interesting to see if the market can break down or out on the upside from here. Now on the FKLI CPO side, we can see market has a resistance at 2450 in here. Also lifting of the lows. The ringgit has weakened a lot. I think hit 4.45, 4.6. So that has made our palm oil very attractive. That's why we have this market breaking up to the upside. Very nicely done. on that side. Now next thing I want to do is to show you the foreign funds flow. You can see foreign funds flow has slowed down a lot. We were dipping down to the red line here is the 5-day moving average. We were around almost 500 million, came back up, improved slightly. Now we are just less than 200 million in here. Always the blue line, which is the daily charts, also has sort of moved back in here. Let's see tonight whether we have a lot of selling, which should come out next week. Okay, so foreign funds tend to ease off a bit. We've done the thing regional. Let's look at the regional market that we have. Looking at US market. Now US market has been really ding-donging left, right and center, and a lot of people were taking care, and they are saying that partly the reason is there is no certainty in the market, and you can see market has been trading sideways in here. We have a little spring. I thought this spring could actually go up, but it did not. Instead, all spring now in stage 1 hasn't been that great. We have retesting on the 1600. Market lifted up almost 200 points, but this is also good. We have a hidden spring in here, which is very hard to see. It went down almost. I was told went down like what? The range high and low is almost 300 points, and then close back up, which is very positive in here. The job numbers will come in tonight in here and see whether that will have an effect on the Dow Jones too. Right, and then let's look at the Hang Seng. Hang Seng has came back from a holiday. China has been down, not down, it will be away for 7 days. And you can see Hang Seng recover back, pretty gaps up in here after a 600 points up in here. But the resistance still stands at 2200 level in here. Singapore, we did talk about it. Australia still moving sideways, taking a cue also from Dow Jones. Shanghai, as I said before, very minimum trading, so there hasn't been much here. Yesterday was close, and so was today. That's why we see this. And Nikkei, very similar also to Hang Seng, taking a cue also from Dow Jones, all still looking at the interest rate movement. All right, so that is the so-called thing. Now let's look at the WIX market, which is measurements of volatility index, the put and call option. You can see last week we were doing around 23.47. This week is 22, not much of a movement, but the fact that if you can break down the 20 mark here, that will indicate Dow Jones really to move back up above the 1600, 1650 level in here. As of such, there will still be sideways movement from here. Now taking a cue how well Malaysia will do is the oil and gas, which is the crude light oil. You can see crude light oil has been hanging on sideways in here, $44 in here. We did test up the upside 47, but holding on. Nice building base support. I don't think it's going to go down anymore from here. So for Malaysia, definitely we need to look at the ringgit. Okay, now ringgit today, let me show you the chart here. Let me just refresh this. Okay, you can see ding donging, moving sideways from now. Has a sort of support at 4.4 in here. I don't think you see this bar in here. We got one wave, two wave, third wave. You can see ringgit will strengthen bank, and a lot of bad news has been out there saying that bond market will collapse. It always happened at the market capitulation, and that's where the market actually reversed and turned the other side. So take note of that one. It's always happened, and I've seen many times before. And interesting enough, gold hit 1180 or 1156 just to reverse 1 2 3 4 6 bar day down in here, just to trap people. And there are talks about raising interest rates, so that's what the market in here gonna test back 1100. Gold hasn't been that kind of great for investing for a long time. Okay, we done the gold, we done the wicks. Now let's look on to the stocks that we have next week. Here, let's look at the stocks that we have. Gotta look at the weekly chart. That probably tell me more message here. Okay. Now on the weekly basis, we are looking at the 190 trade, upside or downside, which possible. I still hope 1640, 1650, that's a breakup. If you can break through that, that's above the 50-day moving average. Everything is pointing will be on the bullish side. Alright, with that I end the closing bell for week ending 2nd October 2005. I wish you a good weekend. Bye bye.